Hello, everyone. It's the hardcore legend Mick Foley wishing a nice day to everyone there, right there at True Heel Heat. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Wolverine Death Machine, Mr. GMSI himself, Brian Cage, and you're watching True Heel Heat. Who better? Nobody.
Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat, YouTube and Facebook for our Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Multiverse United 2, For Whom the Ball Tolls review. We're discussing the huge show, co-promotional show from Impact Wrestling and NJPW. If we're talking about NJPW here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, you know who we had to call. It's your boy, J-News.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your good brother, J-News. And I must start out by saying the following. I had a text conversation with SP3 a couple of days ago, and I said to SP3, what is wrong with New Japan? They didn't even promote this show. They failed to promote this show. And now I understand why. I understand why they failed to promote this show. Folks, when you're in the US and you're doing a co-promotional show, I would figure that you would go out of your way to want to make your partner in crime look good. But when the majority of the New Japan talent is losing matches on the show, there is no point to promote the show. So New Japan, I get it. Obari, I understand, brother. I'm with you. You didn't need to promote the show. It was useless. That's all I got, SP3.
So you say it was sabotage. You are claiming sabotage on New Japan on either both on Impact on New Japan as far as the booking, and then on New Japan on Impact as far as promoting the show. That's what you're trying to say.
Absolutely. Because New Japan didn't even do themselves any favors. New Japan usually will go do the co-promotional thing and put it up on the freaking Instagrams or the socials. I didn't see it at all. And all New Japan shit comes up on my feed. Everything. Even the least minute thing when freaking Seiya Sanada goes with his goddamn dog to a freaking dog park, it ends up on my feed. But I didn't get.
You're making this man cough, New Japan and Impact. Making this man cough out here in these streets.
Jesus Christ. I don't even want to know what to say about this, man. Let's get on with the show. SP3. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Shout outs to everybody watching. Shout out to True Heel Johnny for being there live for the 2 nights at Philly.
Yes.
And
he seemed like he had a blast.
He had a blast, man. Caught him yawning a couple of times,
when he wasn't yawning, he was having a blast. He was having a good old time. Yeah. He swears, guys. He was having a great time. He tells us, he was like, no, I'm serious, guys. Yeah. I'm serious.
He was out there looking like one of the boys. He had a tank top on with his fanny pack and some shorts. You know what I'm saying?
He really did those, like
killing it, baby, killing it.
But yes, we are here to discuss Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Multiverse United, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Let us know if you watched the show. Let us know what you thought about the show. Did you see the promotion for the show? Maybe J-News, he just don't have his notifications right. Maybe it's on him. ladies and gentlemen. He can't put all the blame on New Japan Pro Wrestling. Let us know in the comments down below if you're watching on demand or in the live chat what you thought overall about NJPW and Impact Wrestling Multiverse United 2. We appreciate y'all for joining us if you're here live. Appreciate if you're watching us on demand. Either way, show your appreciation back. Drop the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And of course, like I said before, sound off in the live chat. Give us your thoughts on Multiverse United 2. And of course, if you're feeling generous, you can send a super chat donation. Those always help out. Or you can simply just hit that join button and become a member of the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. And you're going to want to because you get the second half of this review for the All-Star Weekend for New Japan Pro Wrestling with All-Star Junior Festival USA review. That's going to be up for our members later today. So you got to get both, and only the members can get both. We got ALW in the chat who says SP3 and J-News. What's up, fellas? We got Safet who says sup. We got Frantic World who says, what's up, SP3, J-News, and chat. ALW says, I didn't see any promotion for this show. Show was okay. Thumbs in the middle. We're going to get into all of that for sure. We got Frantic World saying, we starting this review off great. Yes. J-News is fired up. He's fired up, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready to go. If you want to see J-News in a better mood, you can get our G1 Climax 33 review to 1,000 views. It's pretty close, guys. It's not
man, that's what's up, brother.
Something.
Appreciate the folks watching, man. That's all I gotta say about that.
See, there you go. See, I want to tell them that you're not always this angry. You're just angry because they didn't promote the show properly, and then you had to rely on me to have you to be able to watch the show.
Absolutely. I went out of my way to text SP3, and I was like, I refuse to pay for another pay-per-view. Link me. And that's exactly what he did. So that is what went down.
Impact probably watches our content. We got to
listen. So whoever the booker at Impact is, Scott D'Amore, Tommy.
Scott D'Amore.
Who the booker is? But
it's Scott D'Amore. He gets help from Tommy Dreamer and Gail Kim.
First of all, I have always been a big fan of Gail Kim. I've also been a fan of her husband because the dude is incredible at what he does. She does a hell of a job with women. She does a hell of a job with women, including the match that we saw for this show. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah. So, all props to Scott D'Amore. You need your pencil taken away from you, by the way. So,
Scott's done a great job. Will you stop? This is ridiculous. The character assassination you were doing on Impact Wrestling during this review here, it's like astonishing to me. Jesus. I didn't expect this from you.
Man, listen.
I thought you would be happy with some of the results on this show, but apparently not. All right, let's get into
let's run through the show so we can see as to what it is that I'm talking about.
Let's run through the show here. We're gonna start off with the kickoff show. Once again, sound off in the live chat. Give us your thoughts on Impact, a New Japan Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls, from the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, 665 in attendance for this one. The kickoff show had a 6-man tag team contest, trios action, as you had Joe Hendry, the former digital media champion, teaming up with former Impact tag team champion Heath, as well as Yua Uemura, Joe Hendry and Yua Uemura, the new hottest tag team in Impact Wrestling, with the new hottest music video from Joe Hendry. Check it out. It's on your favorite social media platforms. And they got the win over New Japan's own Master Wato, Rocky Romero, and Ryosuke Taguchi. This one got a bunch of time, though. Got 10 minutes, 19 seconds. And in an ironic place of Impact beating New Japan, it was the New Japan export from the Impact who got the victory here, with Yua Uemura getting the win with his crossbody off the top rope on Taguchi here. What did you think about Uemura, seeing him here in his new Impact skin? And he's finally got a storyline in Impact too, so I'm happy for him.
So, to be honest, this is the first time I'm actually hearing about this match. I didn't even see this match. This match was not on my stream. So, I'll say that. So hey, shouts to the fourth, maybe fifth member of the Musketeers, because
The fourth Musketeer.
here.
Don't say fifth. He's the fourth Musketeer.
Okay, he's the fourth Musketeer.
Disrespectful.
Let's put it there. So you and Uemura doing a damn thing, winning this match, showing out. It just goes to show you how much respect New Japan Pro Wrestling, under the guise of the booking of Scott D'Amore, has for Master Wato. Master Wato, winner of the Best of Super Junior, gets no love at all.
He got to go at it with Uemura. He had a moment with Uemura.
They had a moment, but his side lost the match. This is what I'm telling you, man.
So what? He looked good. He looked good and didn't take the loss. What's wrong?
And he got busted open the night before. Look, man, at the end of the day,
should have given him the win there. What are we doing? We should have won the Chase Tech match.
Listen, man, they're not showing any love to Master Wato. He is still crawling on his way to the Grand Master. Look at all the steps back he just took.
He was at the steps. He was at the steps. He was climbing the steps, and then he got kicked down the steps.
Exactly. And I told you this is going to continue to happen to him. No one wants to listen to me. This is exactly what we're going to do.
You don't listen to me. I told you Okada wasn't going to first kill me. In OG1, I will hold that over your head for the rest of the year, sir. You will never be able to tell me anything about no one listens to me. You didn't listen to me.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. But I didn't watch this match, unfortunately. So it was, like I said, it wasn't on my stream. So it is.
So you didn't watch the next match as well. It was the countdown. The countdown to Multiverse United 2. It was Yoshinobu Kanemaru challenging Kenny King for the Impact Digital Media Championship. This match going just about like 9 minutes. Kenny King picking up the victory over Kanemaru with the Royal Flush to retain the Impact Digital Media Championship. Kenny King looking good. Any thoughts on Nobu taking the loss here on the countdown to Multiverse United?
This is 2 matches already. Matches I didn't watch where the New Japan talent outside of Yui Uemura did not get the win. We're 2-0 so far, Impact. So, yeah, let's keep it going.
Next, we kicked off the show, and this is what I said was a theme of the weekend when we did our All-Star Junior Festival review that you'll see if you're a member. They had an X Division Junior Heavyweight scramble match of Frankie Kazarian versus El Desperado versus Bushi versus Mao versus Kevin the Jet Knight versus Rich Swann versus Chris Sabin versus Yo. This was fast-paced, a lot of action involved. Everybody jumping Bushi early on, I thought was very funny, and I thought it was like for no reason. I was like, why did discriminating against Bushi? But yeah, he got jumped early on. Everybody got their moments in this one, especially Mao. I thought he was the standout in this matchup, but in the end, it was Chris Sabin getting the win with the cradle shot. 8 minutes, 6 seconds here. I gave this match 3.5 stars. What did you think?
Yeah, basically the same thing, man. Mao stood out, and it was a short match for a scramble. I don't necessarily know why they would think a multi-man singles match would go 8 minutes. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I mean, shout out to Chris Sabin for winning yet again. Impact 3-0.
3-0 Impact. Not looking good so far. Next, we had tag team action, J-News, and it was PMDK, represented by the NJPW World Television Champion, Zack Sabre Jr., teaming up with Shane Haste to verse Impact's representative, really 2 of their aces of the company, Moose and Eddie Edwards, 2 former Impact World Champions. This match got a lot of time in comparison to the scramble, got 13 minutes, 22 seconds. I love the interactions between Zack Sabre Jr. and Moose, as well as ZSJ exchanging strikes with Eddie Edwards. Shane Haste got to look good throughout this one, and Moose finally put him away, hitting a big suplex, followed by the spear. 1, 2, 3. Team Impact picking up the victory over TMDK. This match I gave 3.25 stars. What did you think, J-News?
Impact 4-0. That's all I got. That's all I got.
That's all you're gonna be doing this whole show is just keep it score?
My God. This is a travesty. I can't freaking believe. But of all people, of all the teams, right? During commentary, they said it. Moose and Eddie Edwards aren't a usual unit, right?
But they have teamed before.
Huh?
They have teamed before.
But they're not a usual tag team, is what they were saying, basically. At least that's what Vader was getting at.
It's been a few years.
And then we get probably the funnest faction of all New Japan factions, TMDK. They're just great to always watch because these guys are hilarious and entertaining as hell, but they're also great professional wrestlers. And we get Shane Haste and Zaki. And they don't get the win?
Nope.
Anyways.
Got to push the Impact talent. Impact went through all the trouble of promoting this show, unlike New Japan, so they deserve the wins.
Okay, sure, all right, no problem.
Seems legit to me. It seems like a legit like trade-off. Sure. You're not going to promote the show, you don't get any wins.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's fair.
Seems fair to me. Next, you had the NJPW Strong Women's Championship defended in a fatal 4-way matchup as you had Julia making her second defense of the championship, already doubling IWGP Women's Champion Mayu Iwatani, who only has one defense. Her second defense of the championship against Deonna Purrazzo of Impact Wrestling, as well as Giselle Shaw of Impact Wrestling, and Stardom's own Momo Kogo. And I was so happy, J-News. This got the right amount of time. Yeah, everybody got highlighted. Everybody looked strong. You had Deonna Purrazzo putting down Momo, as well as Julia with the double clothesline. Got to go show some of her submission expert. I love how she just smoothly goes into that Fujiwara armbar every time, the Venus de Milo. She just knows how to get it in and gets it so smooth in. And she reminds me very much of like a female Bret the Hitman Hart in some ways. And the way that she moves in the ring, Deonna Purrazzo reminds me of that. And that's the biggest probably compliment I can give her. Giselle Shaw knows how to work the crowd as a heel here. Momo Kogo just gets the most out of all these appearances in the USA. She just is an underdog babyface, and even despite the crowd not knowing her early on, she's always able to get them on side and rally behind her. And Julia, my lord, Julia, she got a holy shit chant for her entrance. Yep. Like, this woman just exudes star power, and just like seeing this matchup. And then I went back and watched our first defense against you, which was a hell of a matchup. Got rated 4.25 stars by the Wrestling Observer newsletter. And you'll see my rating probably later today. But it was Julia who got the victory in this matchup here with the Northern Lights bomb on Giselle Shaw, defending her title against 3 challengers here, retaining the NJPW Strong Women's Championship. After the matchup, Momo Kogo, I thought, was congratulating her, showing respect. But no, it was to brawl with Julia some more, and Julia had to lay her ass out with the Glorious Driver before she got her title and got the hell up out of town. And now she's going to be facing Risa Sira for Stardom at the Hiroshima show coming up. I think that's All Out weekend on September 3rd. So Julia racking up the defenses of the NJPW Strong Women's Championship. And once again, a great matchup from Julia here. I thought, like I said, I thought all the women were highlighted. You didn't have the contrived, 2 in, 2 out moments. You had a lot of 3-way moments, a lot of 4-way moments through this one. It was hard hitting. I gave this one 4 stars. What did you think, J-News?
I thought that for me, this was the match of the night because it had good action. Everybody was spotlighted. Shouts to Julia. Momo Kogo, young lady You went out of your way to prove to people you're no one's pushover. You duffed Julia out. Props to you for that. She then laid you out. Props for you for taking the fall. And that's her. That, madam, that was good. That was good stuff. As for Giselle Shaw, look, man, she's good. She's good. And beyond what people might think, say, or whatever have you, she is good for pro wrestling. Deonna Purrazzo, listen, man, I feel like I go like years without watching her wrestle because I don't watch Impact. So when she comes up on my TV screen, it's always a welcome scene. And for her to move like what you said, giving her that compliment about how she moves in the ring with purpose, like a Bret the Hitman Hart, in a sense, or whatever the case. You know, she's super technical in there. Everything has purpose. I love her as a worker. I love her as just a professional wrestler in general. I used to, when she was doing ROH for a while, that stuff to me, outside of what she's done in Impact, because I know it's been better versed, the stuff that she's done in Impact, but her ROH work to me was excellent. So she didn't really get a chance at NXT. So
I thought they should have built the division around Deonna Purrazzo back in those ROH days. And I even told her that when I interviewed her. Another person on this show that I interviewed. This was the theme of All-Star Junior Festival and Multiverse United. People that have been interviewed by True Hill.
There you go. Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. It should have been built around her. I know at the time, I forget what the young lady's name was who was the champion.
Kelly Klein.
Kelly Klein. She's not even wrestling anymore, from what I understand, right? So you know that's what it is at this point. But man, terrific match. I thought it was the match of the night for me. Just because the lady showed out, man, and I appreciated that, and to have it spotlighted the way it was and give it in the time, that was definitely cool.
A bunch of people in the chat agreeing with you. We got ALW who says women's fatal 4-way was match of the night. We got Frantic World who says Julia was really good in the 4-way women's match. Safet saying the women's 4-way was really good and Julia is a badass. She just exudes that star power, that it factor. And like this match, what I was trying to say before is this match and her match against you, I just thought in the back of my mind, I was like, oh my God, what show are they giving us Julia versus Mercedes? Mercedes Moné and Julia, that might be too much star power for one woman's matchup.
I hope that they're able to put it on a show that has top billing, right?
I hope that I kind of feel like that should be Wrestle Kingdom.
That's what I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. That should be a Wrestle Kingdom match. So hopefully we get the bookers for New Japan and Stardom together in a room, and I know that's not usually the case.
Now, like because of how much talent New Japan has, and you know, partnerships with Stardom, partnership with AEW, partnership with Impact, I'm actually gonna be a supporter. And I know right now it's just January 4th. Two-night Wrestle Kingdom. I honestly feel like now that we're getting back into how it was pre-pandemic, I think that the reason that it was like that is because they have the talent to give us two top-notch cards. 2020, they did that. I think they could get back to that again.
We'll see, man. We'll see. But we're back to one night. And if they're going to showcase the women at all, then yeah, it should be at least they're champions, right? At least their champions should be on the show.
Because the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't think we're gonna get a Gato-led card that has two women's matches.
True.
So you have the IWGP and the New Japan Strong. It's gonna be one or the other. One night Wrestle Kingdom.
I think it should be.
I would love for Mayu to get on the card as well, because man, if I say there's one match I say that you probably haven't watched, J-News, that you need to watch Mayu Iwatani versus Yatami Hayashita for the IWGP Women's Championship. One of the best women's matches of the year.
Wow. All right. That's cool. If they can't give us Julia versus Mercedes, give us Julia versus Mayu. Winner takes all.
I'd be down for that, because their last two matches in Stardom were time limit draws. in the 5-star Grand Prix last year, and in when they were fighting for number 1 contendership against Shuri last year. So yeah, I'd be down for that. Winner takes all, the undisputed IWGP Women's Champion.
There you go.
We have a bunch of comments complimenting this matchup here. We got Dolores saying Momo and Julia got beef, obviously, from that exchange after the matchup. Dolores also saying, now if I could get Mariah May in Impact against Shaw, I would be too happy. I honestly want Mariah May in AEW. I want her on a mainstream tour. I think she needs to be on a main company. She has star power written all over her as well.
I mean, I haven't seen much of Mariah May, so people keep talking her up. I did see a report yesterday that her contract is almost done with Stardom, so if she joins AEW, she joins AEW. Supposedly WWE has had eyes on her. Who knows? Who knows where Mariah May will end up, and if her name will still be Mariah May by the end of all this? So.
I that's why I want to go to AEW. Is one, I feel like she can keep her name, and two, I feel like she has the opportunity to stand out. I feel like she goes to WWE, she's just gonna be another one of the blonde girls.
Yeah,
like there's a reason why even Tiffany Stratton, who's as talented as she is, she will never escape the Charlotte Flair comparison. It literally took Rhea Ripley cutting her fucking hair and changing it black to stop the Charlotte Flair comparison. And even with her, she's going to get it worse because she gets the Charlotte Flair comparisons and the Kelly comparisons. Yep. Don't go. No, you're bugging, Dolores. I'm sorry. I love you, Dolores. You're one of my favorites. She's saying no AEW. I would take WWE over AEW. You have to. It's not about how you're looking at, AEW just books their women's division horribly. They do. If they were in a class, they would get an F. They would get a D or F. But thank you, J-News. Thank you. That's what I don't get about wrestling fans. Sometimes y'all focus way too much on one and don't keep the same energy with the other. WWE's women's booking has been absolute trash in the past year. It's been trash. For all the hype that y'all gave Triple H as the savior of professional wrestling, as the savior of women's wrestling, of how the NXT women's division was all so great under him, he has been piss poor based on those expectations.
Like I'm talking about the booking of the women. I'm talking about like from a character standpoint, like the women's matches, the in-ring stuff itself, they're good matches. Everything else around the women, the booking and it's not working, man. It hasn't been gelling. I don't know in what direction they're taking Bianca Belair. 1 week she's a heel, the next week she's a freaking babyface. The week after that she's a tweener. Are her and Charlotte really at odds? Are they tag team partners? What's going on? Is Asuka the champion? Who's really the champion? I don't know what's going on. The best thing about the women's division, yes, it is Rhea Ripley because mommy is the best. But at the end of the day,
now you've booked someone who you basically can't even put against a woman and have a competitive matchup.
You've booked her into a corner.
And Dolores, I probably watch as much Stardom or probably even more than you. And yes, she fits WWE of 10 years ago. She does not fit WWE right now. She would get lost in the shuffle. She would be in NXT for the next 3 to 4 years, losing 3 to 4 years of her fucking prime to be in a fucking warehouse in front of people that you put a quarter in their back and they'll cheer your name.
It's true, man. It's true. And look, the WWE has tremendous women's talent, but are they doing right by them right now? I don't think so. I don't think that they are. AEW's no better. Let's be clear. They're no better. But it's like,
But she gives AEW something different that they don't already have. I think that's the thing that Dolores kind of missing with her argument here. She's saying her character is a better fit in WWE. Yes, because they got like 47 different versions of that already. They had Mandy Rose. They have Tiffany Stratton right now. They got Charlotte Flair. They got 10,000 versions of what Mariah May does. That's why AEW is better for her.
It'll put a spotlight on her in that particular regard. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen enough of her work, so We went off on a tangent here, but we haven't seen enough of her work to know or understand. But hopefully things work out, and the women's divisions in both major companies start to improve over the next over the next couple of weeks, months, years, and stuff like that. So they got time, and both rosters have tremendous talent. So it's not like they don't have the talent for it. So
I didn't even mention that. They got Liv Morgan. Like they got 47 different versions of blonde female wrestling. Like and what Mariah May does, they already got. So you do not want them to get another version of that because you are stifling her. You want her to go to a place that will get a lot of eyes on her, and she will be something different from what they already have. The closest thing they have to Mariah May and AEW is Harley Cameron, and she can't wrestle. So Mariah May is already in the driver's seat there.
The Australian chick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Zion Quinn's girl. Yeah, nah. No thanks. No thanks.
No, she can't wrestle. So that's the only thing close to what Mariah May is as a character, is as a look. She has to be there's of course other blonde female wrestlers in AEW, but they're not Tony Storm is Marilyn Monroe. Bunny is barely on TV. Penelope Ford is good, but she's not there as a character yet. Yeah. Like Mariah May, that's why she's ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Tony Storm doing the whole Marilyn Monroe thing, I think, is top notch. I don't think there's
great character work. Great character work. Next, let's go back to Multiverse United, but a lot of love for the 4-way women's matchup and for Julia. I love this showcase for Julia. More Julia in the U.S. If you're going to have her be the strong women's champion, all the U.S. show got to have her. She got to be at Fighting Spirit Unleashed as well.
Yep, same. Yeah, for sure.
Next, we had what was supposed to be a regular singles match, but of course, Sami Callihan said, if we're in South Philly, we're going to have a South Philly street fight. So it was a South Philly street fight. It was Doki going one-on-one with Sami Callihan, Impact versus New Japan here. And I thought that the stipulation kind of fit with Doki. Doki kind of fits in that kind of range of Desperado, of he can have the hardcore matchup, and he kind of fits and thrives in that element, and he thrived in this element here, and this was a very competitive matchup going 12 minutes 46 seconds. In the end, they stood on a couple of chairs, like 4 chairs kind of unfolded on each other. They're standing on top of them, and Sami Callihan delivers the Cactus Driver 97 to pick up the victory here. Very good matchup here. I gave it 3.5 stars. What did you think?
Yeah, typical Sami Callihan match, but I'm not too sure as to what else to say about this particular match, and I've watched a lot of Sami Callihan over the years. So picking Doki to be in a hardcore match was spot on, because Doki was hardcore before Despy was hardcore. Let's get that straight, folks. He was out there taking violent chair shots in freaking Mexico that nobody wanted him to take. So, I always look forward to the incredible height he gets off of that flying senton off the top rope, which we saw him perform on both shows. But Sami had the win, 5-0 Impact.
What are you saying? Nil? Julia just won.
What? The women's match counts? Does it count?
Yes, it counts. It counts. Stardom, New Japan. It's
5-1 Impact. 5-1.
Jesus Christ. He wasn't even going to count. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you know J-News has an agenda here. He wasn't even going to count the 1 win for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Jesus, what are we doing? Trey Jones said, why did I come into SP3 already cooking? It's because Mariah May does not need to be in WWE. I'm not saying that I would be upset if she did go to WWE. I'm just saying, you got 47 different versions of what Mariah May could possibly give us in WWE already in WWE. Let's say have one of those people go to AEW so we have something different on the other show. I'm trying to even the playing field here. That's all I'm trying to do here. Will Chisholm, one of our great members here. He says, SP3, say it right. Blonde white woman. Blonde white woman. Love you, bruh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I didn't say it correctly. I apologize. ALW saying, really like Doki. Fuck Sammy. Jesus. Sammy Kelly, another friend of the channel. What are we doing here?
Hey man, listen. Some people are fans, some people aren't. At the end of the day, he is the head of Pro Wrestling Revolver, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
he's doing great things. Independent wrestling.
Yeah.
We got Dolores here. He's saying, I'm loving seeing these NJPW wrestlers having more hardcore matches. This match was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
I liked it. I liked it a little bit more than all of y'all, apparently, but it's fair. Next, we had tag team action. It was New Japan versus New Japan here, so nothing for J-News to complain about, as it's Francisco Akira and TJP Catch 2-2 picking up the win over TMDK's own Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita. TJP scoring the pin over Fujita after Catch 2-2 hitting the knees, the 2-2 on Fujita in the middle of the ring here. Very much enjoyed this contest. A lot of fast-paced action. These junior heavyweight tag team bouts, man, they've really been cooking with them over the last couple of months, especially since Catch 2-2 won those titles. What did you think about this match here? This is another match I gave 3.5 stars.
I think being that this was their first match, right? Robbie and Fujita tagging against the United Empire Boys, Catch 2-2 and whatnot. Yeah. We'll see this match again somewhere down the road. I hope for it to get more time and for it to have a different result. That's all I got. 5-2 Impact.
To be fair here, Romeo saying I tuned in and SP3 yelling about Triple H. What is going on here? Hey, it was more of a statement that Triple H has not been very good at booking the women. I'm not yelling about anything. I'm just speaking facts. And it's more of people wanted Mariah May to go to WWE when WWE got 47 different flavors of Mariah May already.
Oh, man.
And Dolores, I wasn't yelling at you. She said he was yelling at me because I don't want Mariah May to. No, you want Mariah May to go to WWE and not AEW. So there you go.
It's fair. It's all good. It's all good, dude.
See, very, very much. I had to lower the volume. He was yelling. No, I was not. I was not. Luckily, my missus is at work. Anyway, we got next up has some multi-man action. Bullet Club versus the World. J-News. Bullet Club represented in the 6-on-6 matchup by its real leader, David Finlay, Kenta, the War Dogs of Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin, and the ABC, Chris Bay and Ace Austin. The World was represented by PCO, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and El Phantasmo of Gorillas of Destiny, the DKC, and Josh Alexander making his Impact in-ring return here. I will say, they did not really highlight Josh Alexander at all during this match for someone who is just coming back. PCO had the nice dive early on. You had the interactions between the GOD and the Bullet Club. A lot of brawling throughout this matchup, but I liked how it was Bullet Club showing that they were on the same page with a couple of double team, triple team offense towards the end here. And then David Finlay isolating the DKC, delivering a big power bomb. Not even his main finisher, the Oblivion. He's like, this is a young lion. I'm winning with the power bomb. It's one power bomb, 1, 2, 3. David Finlay picking up the win to lead the Bullet Club to victory here. This match was just about fine. I give it 3.25 stars. What did you think?
So, a lot of the time when you watch professional wrestling matches, you want to be entertained. You watch them to be entertained because it is a form of entertainment, right? And I said to myself, let me look at everyone involved in this match and let me see if I can come up with something that can be entertaining. And just looking at the team that had the DKC on it, I said to myself, He's looking at the lights. If there's no Bushi, but the DKC is here, he's looking at the lights. Now, this match, sir, SP3, doesn't count. Why doesn't this match count? Because there's a crossover of Impact and New Japan talent on both sides. So this match does not count. So therefore, with this match, it is still 5-2 Impact.
Oh my God! Will you stop? Will you stop? You have to give the win to New Japan here. It's a New Japan talent getting the pin. It's a New Japan talent, a New Japan faction that Impact is just making money off of, basically, by having ABC a part of it. Like, come on, you gotta give this to New Japan. The world is mostly the Impact talent led by it was led by Josh Alexander and PCO. DKC could be Impact talent if you send them there tomorrow. Hopefully you do. Listen, you got to give this to New Japan. New Japan gets two. New Japan's got two.
I can't give it to New Japan because Finlay pinned the DKC. I can't give it to New Japan. I can't do it. It's still 5-2. It is nil. It's nullified and void. It's 5-2. Scrap this match. On to the next. Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, J-News has lost it. We're in unsafe territory here. ALW saying Catch 2-2 is fun. Eagles is the weak link in TMDK. You are bugging. How can you watch that match and see Kosei Fujita on his own, and not call him the weak link? And how do you call Eagles the weak link when this TMDK is a group with Mikey Nichols?
Hey, man. I'm with you. I'm with you. That's it. That's all I got. I'm with you. Because I'm not over here showing any love to Mikey Nichols. That's just me. But gotta give Fujita and Robbie some time to gel. That's what Fujita's time on excursion is gonna be. So, hopefully by the time the tag league stuff comes around in November, I'm assuming, I think, or late October, there'll be a little
tag
bit more.
League they announced is going to be in October, and it ends at Power Struggle in November 1st.
Yeah. So hopefully by then there'll be a little bit more of a well-gelled unit, and we can, we'll see some better things out of those guys. But I don't think Robbie Eagles is weak link at all. He's going to be the one basically training Ichiban Sweet Boy for the next couple of months. So
yeah,
Trey
Jones saying, didn't Mikey drop a dude on his head in the G1? Yes, Honore.
Yes, he did.
I was disgusted by that matchup. We got Dolores who says this match was just a GCW clusterfuck. I had high hopes going into it, but was sad after. Yeah, I should probably lower my star rating, but based on this, ALW saying this match was a shit show. I didn't really care for this match, but I do like Finlay as leader.
ALW, you, SP3, and the rest of these mark-ass busters out here still believing David Finlay's a good leader of the Bullet Club War Dogs. Let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong. You're all wrong, and you're going to see the vision in due time. In due time, you will see the vision.
When did this guy become like this heel? Like he's healing it up. He's just been healing it up this whole entire stream, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I've had to deal with here. But yes, next we had the matchup I was probably looking forward to the most on this card, J-News. It was a dream tag team contest of X Division champion Lio Rush teaming with Trey Miguel to face the IWGP Junior Heavyweight champion Hiromu Takahashi and his tag team partner Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh man, anytime Speedball was in the ring with Lio Rush, I was just like, yo, these dudes have that special chemistry. They got that Will Ospreay Ricochet chemistry with each other where you're like, I'm gonna be wild every time they're in the ring with each other. I might know what might happen, but with these two, I don't. I just don't know what they're gonna do each other. They're so fast, so many cool moves together. Also, the Speedball and Hiromu tag team wasn't that bad together. Even busting out this dope ass tag team move where I don't even know if it went right, but it looked so
it didn't
fucking
go right, but
destruction.
it looked okay. Like the end result looked good.
Ultimo weapon to the back of Trey Miguel, followed by Hiromu hitting basically like a wasteland, a Wade Barrett wasteland. I think he was trying to go for like a DVD, but couldn't get the timing right. I don't know, but that was crazy spot. Trey Miguel worked well with Speedball. They have great matches together in Impact Wrestling and worked well here. Hiromu worked well with Trey, which I think was the only matchup that we hadn't really seen out of these four men, and they worked well with each other. In the end, it was Lio Rush basically going to any means necessary to pick up a victory here. It was following All-Star Junior Festival after the show that Lio Rush kind of made reference that said he wanted a shot at the Junior Heavyweight Championship after beating Hiromu in the Best of Super Juniors tournament. And then once again here, this time, thanks to a low blow and a distraction from Trey Miguel, it was Lio Rush rolling up Hiromu Takahashi and pinning the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion a second time. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring here at Multiverse United. 2, and then after the matchup, Lio Rush, along with Trey Miguel, celebrating their win, and Lio getting on the mic and challenging Hiromu for a shot at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And Hiromu being very fast and not even worrying, saying he accepts, he even wants to fight right now, and not realizing that he's already actually accepted a challenge the night prior from Speedball Mike Bailey, who also beat him in the Best of the Super Juniors tournament, and who also won the All-Star Junior tournament, beating Kevin the Jet Knight and Francisco Akira in one night, the night prior, and challenged Hiromu for the championship, with Hiromu accepting. And now Hiromu has 2 number 1 contenders breathing down his neck, and it was announced yesterday morning at a press conference, October 9th, at New Japan Pro Wrestling Destruction in Ryogoku. It will be Hiromu Takahashi defending the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship in a 3-way match against Lio Rush and Speedball Mike Bailey. That is going to be incredible. How are you saying, damn it? That's going to be incredible.
The reason I'm saying damn it is because I would have rather this match at Wrestle Kingdom. It's the bigger platform. Now, hold on.
You're doing this whole angle in August. How do you think we're gonna get to Wrestle Kingdom?
Because you got all these other shows, and these guys belong to other companies. You don't have to put them all together in one fell swoop. But at the end of the day, look, we're getting the match. Look, we're getting it at Destruction. It's gonna go down. It's gonna be freaking fantastic. I just would have rather had it on a bigger platform, on a bigger stage. That's just me. But hey, we're getting the match. That's all that's important. We're getting the match.
Destruction's a pretty big stage. It's one of New Japan's last big shows of the year.
And Frantic World is absolutely right. Our boss, our fearless leader.
I represent the Bang Bang Gang. I represent the Bang Bang Gang.
Bang Bang Gang.
I rock with Card Blade. I rock with Card Blade and rock. Oh, Juice Robinson.
What's
fully Colton Gunn.
Yo, they're having too much fun, son.
I said it the other day with Jibby. He was like, "Yeah, you're actually right." I was like, Bullet Club has long been basically a evolution of NWO.
Yes.
This is Bullet Club as DX. Yes. This is straight D. This is out the Triple H, X-Pac, New Age Outlaws DX playbook. You have Jay White as Triple H. You got X-Pac is Juice, and you got the Guns as the Outlaws. It's pretty simple what the formula they're going with, and they're having so much fun.
Pretty much. Can't lie on that, but that is hilarious stuff. Jay White's still my leader, man. He's still the boss man. He's still signing the checks, brother. He's the one who printed the checks. He put his signature on it. He stamped it.
It's true.
He certified us.
He certified us.
He certified us. He's certified as I have never had an interaction with this David Finley character at the end of the day. So, hey, brother, listen. If you ain't coughing up the ends, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you.
Dolores saying, I love Leo Rush and Speedball. Leo, please bring Bad Child as your theme. I think that's for New Japan. Like how Moxley has Wild Thing for AEW, and then he has the Death Rider for New Japan. I think Leo, when he's proper New Japan, he will have Bad Child, but that's his Impact theme that he used on this show. We got ALW who says, I am all here for the three-way. I agree with J-News. This triple threat should be at Wrestle Kingdom. I think that they have something big for Hiromu at Wrestle Kingdom. And this is all building to, I think they're gonna give him 9 defenses this year, and then the 10th will be Wrestle Kingdom. The 10th, how he could tie the record, or he can lose the title at Wrestle Kingdom.
When is the Strong Spirit show?
Fighting Spirit Unleashed is in October. He's announced for that show too.
Right.
So I think he's going to defend on that show too.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
We got Dolores in the chat who says, I saw the road to end shows for Destruction. I'ma die at the end. Dolores, I'm going to tell you this because I saw you put this in the comments yesterday, and I wanted to say something to you then, but I know you're listening now. You're doing New Japan wrong, sis. You're doing New Japan wrong. You don't wake up and you don't keep track of the Road to Destruction tour. Don't wake up and waste sleep. Wake up from your slumber and cost your sleep for the Road 2 shows that Gato don't give 2 craps about. What are we doing? You wait, Dolores. Wait for the first couple. You could wake up for the first show, September 8th. That's going to be a good show. I think that on that show, they already announced it's going to be Leo Rush and Kazuchika Okada versus Tetsuya Naito and Hiromu Takahashi. I want to see that match. I'll wake up for that match. But outside of that Road 2 show, there ain't a lot of Road 2 shows you should be waking up for, like it's the G1 or the Best of Super Juniors.
So much to what Tom Hannafin was saying on commentary about Leo Rush. How is this working? Leo Rush's character on Impact, his ties to Chaos in New Japan. How is this working? How is this working?
He riding with Bully Ray and Brian Myers and Moose on Impact, and he's a part of Chaos in New Japan.
The only redeemable character out of all those people is Brian Myers. Let's be real.
Moose, I like Moose. I'm a fan of Moose.
Look, man. The
Moose the wrestler.
He's first of all, there was one time I felt bad for Moose, and that was that match he got on AEW with Kenny Omega, because that did not go as I thought it should have went, and I felt bad for the man.
That wasn't on AEW. That was in Impact. That was a great match.
Was it on Impact? I thought it was in Impact. I don't know. Okay,
it was in Impact.
Anyways, all I'm saying is I feel bad for the man. So at the end of the day, he was on top of the world in Impact, and I felt like he should have been a bigger star than what he is, and he ain't never get there. And that's sad, because yeah, man, I thought he was, Moose and everything else in between. He had it all at one point, and it just never really went, So I don't know.
I think Moose probably should get like another run as the Impact World Champion. He had a great run, very underrated run. The last year, 2021 into 2022. ALW saying, let's go, Leo. We also got Frantic World, who I think was not born or lived through the time of DX. He said, who could be the HBK and Bullet Club Gold SP3? There was no HBK in the version I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the Triple H, X-Pac, New Age Outlaws version of DX. Triple H gone. HBK gone. HBK's gone. He's gone.
So I would then say, to counter Frantic World, who can be the China of BC Gold?
Lexi Nair, because she does all the interviews with them. She does all those interviews with them. She's the China. Dolores saying, I learned from Best of Super Juniors and G1 not to get up live. Now you're learning New Japan the right way, sis. Appreciate you. We got Bonkers. He says Moose versus Kevin Knight was a banger last week. Impact. Yeah, it was. It was definitely. I would say go out of your way to watch that one for sure. But we finally made our way to the main event of Multiverse United 2 J-News for the Impact World Championship. It was Hiroshi Tanahashi going one-on-one with the champion, Alex Shelley. I think commentary did their best work of the whole entire weekend during this matchup, really telling the story of Alex Shelley being kind of taken under Hiroshi Tanahashi's wing when he came to Japan the first time and did a tour for New Japan, and how Alex Shelley did that favor back to Tanahashi when he came to visit for Impact Wrestling. And Alex Shelley's challenge to Tanahashi was more kind of giving back to those who looked out for you. And it was a very respectful babyface versus babyface battle, both men going back and forth. Tanahashi looking all right here. He was not looking like the middle of G1. You could tell he took those shots to the knee. This is kind of the shots to the knee is wearing off, but he still knows how to work a matchup. His psychology is always strong. He knows how to pace it very well. This match going nearly 19 minutes, 18 minutes, 52 seconds. Alex Shelley busting out a Rainmaker at one point for a great near fall, which I thought was a great touch because Alex Shelley is also credited for training Kazuchika Okada during his time in Impact Wrestling. So that was a great moment of the matchup. But in the end, it was another move that he taught to another person that is from Tanahashi's past, the Blade Runner, aka the Shell Shock, that got Alex Shelley the victory here to retain the Impact World Championship. I thought this was a great match. I thought this is as great of a matchup you will get from Hiroshi Tanahashi in 2023. I gave this one 4 stars. What did you think?
So, I'll start off with the score. So this ends up being Impact 6-2. So the match itself, though.
Oh, you didn't count the match prior. Okay, cool.
Wait. Well, what happened in the match prior?
Leo Rush pinned Hiromu. The X Division champion pinned the IWGP Junior.
So 7-2. So that we're on 7-2. Impact all the way to the bank. Impact just completely burying New Japan Pro Wrestling on this show for whom the bell tolls. Who does the bell toll for?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to let you continue. But, that's a good shout. Trey Jones.
When I read that, when I read that, I had the same reaction. I was like, "Ooh, okay, wait a minute."
That's a clutch shot. That's a clutch shot. Nyla Rose. That's the China. Oh my God. Yes, Trey Jones. A second with Juice, Nyla, and the Guns, and Jay White has to stay there and be the straight man. Oh my God. Give it to me, Trey Jones. Come on, we tag you. You better Trey Jones. You better go on X right now and tag this to Tony Khan. Tell Tony Khan. Steal the idea.
Man. Go tag Will Washington. He'll have.
Yeah, there you go. Tag Will and tag Tony. There you go.
There you go. But for all intents and purposes, man, as I've continued to, if you've been a long-term viewer of anything True Heel Heat having to do with New Japan Pro Wrestling, especially within the last year or so, you do understand and know that your boy, the good brother J-News, has a tough time watching Hiroshi Tanahashi matches. Not because Tana is not the legend that he is. He is the legend that he is for a reason, because of what he's done in the past. And we're living in the present. And it is very, very tough for me to watch Tanahashi matches because the pacing is way slower than usual. As like SP3 said, it seemed like the cortisone shots in the knee wore off because goddamn, what a difference 2 weeks makes. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's that. The good thing about it is this, and Alex Shelley, for the majority of my adult life, was on the IR of any wrestling company that he was with. He was continuously injured. For me to be able to see an Alex Shelley match and him get through it and him be healthy afterwards and him actually look good in a match is a plus for me. And I know he's been healthy like maybe for the last year or two, to be completely honest. So it's been cool to see. but it would have been better to have seen this match between these two gentlemen maybe a decade ago. Not now. So I'll say that. It was a decent match. Don't get me wrong. To SP3's point, Tanahashi knows how to work a crowd. He knows how his psychology is. If people need courses in wrestling psychology, they need to sit in a classroom with Hiroshi Tanahashi. There's no other person better. Either Tanahashi, I give John Cena a lot of credit for the shit like that. Randy Orton for credit like that. Obviously Triple H. Tana's one of the best to ever do it in Japan. Period. And shit, man. Like Trey Jones says it, man. Them knees are running out of hopes and dreams. It's tough, man. It's just tough to watch, bro. It's so tough. And I wanted to say this about PCO as well earlier during the freaking the multi-man match. It's like I get the gimmick, but it just, for me as a human being, it's like it's just tough to see. He's 60 plus years old. He's jumping over these crazy ass stunts, and it's like, bro, you're really gonna hurt yourself one of these days, and then what? And then what? You know, it's like even when Sting does it, it's like, oh no, what's going on? Like, oh my god! And it's like, how can you do a dive safely? I don't know. You just can't really. You can't. So it's tough, man. It's just tough to watch some of these older wrestlers, not all of them. Some of these older wrestlers do this kind of work, and you know, changing of styles this late in the game is so tough, especially when you don't have the wherewithal physically to do things like that or whatever. So it's yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, it was a decent match. It's just one for me. Like I said, match of the night for me was the women's match. So good win for Alex Shelley. 8-2 final Impact. So
no, but I gave this match the semi-main event, Leo Rush and Trey Miguel versus Hiromu and Speedball, and the women's match 4 stars. So pretty good night from Impact. And
yeah, for sure.
Despite
man.
your scoring,
look, man. At the end of the day, Impact looked strong. New Japan didn't. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah.
Dolores saying J-News hates Impact, so I don't see you watching Emergence.
Absolutely not. No. I've got nothing. I'm actually going away this weekend to get away from the city. So I won't even be watching the AEW.
All In? Oh my god!
I won't be watching All In. I'm going to the sticks real quick. Got myself a cabin in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Just disconnected from the world for the weekend.
Going alone?
Yes.
I just want to be away from all of y'all.
From everything and everyone. I'm trying to disconnect so I can reconnect. When I come back, I'll be my regular self. I won't be out here tearing up all this heel stuff that I've been tearing up today. And I'll be back to normal. So.
We got here Dolores saying, I love Tanahashi, but I'm scared he's going to break every bone in his body every time I see him wrestle. And we got Trey Jones who says, them knees are running on hopes and dreams. He says, Tata knees more shot than J-News scoring.
I'm going to give Trey Jones that because Trey took offense to my Mark ass Buster comment earlier.
You did call him a muck ass Buster. I mean, it's not him taking offense to it. It's you calling him a mark ass Buster. No.
I called everyone who likes David Finlay as the leader.
So you can't like David Finlay or you're a mark ass Buster. Ridiculous. All right, let's let us know in the live chat. Last call for super chat donations, but give us your match of the night. MVP, LVP, what you gave the show out of 10, and thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, or thumbs down for me and J-News, for Impact, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Multiverse United, for whom the bell tolls. Review here. What do we give the show? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up for me. Thumbs down for J-News. Says it with his chest. Out of 10, what did you give the show, J-News?
I give it exactly the amount of wins New Japan got. 2.
Wow, you're ridiculous. This is
I give it a 2 because I am the New Japan man across these internets, and I'll be damned if anyone ever tell me that I'm not. So that's all I got to say about that. Take that to the bank, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Whatever freaking euphemisms you want to use them. That's it. That's all I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, J-News doesn't want me to get any Impact interviews anymore, so good luck on those. Anyway, so guys, I'm gonna give the show an actual real score based on the quality of the show. I gave it 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was you had 3 great matches in the main event, the all-star tag team matchup of Leo and Trey versus Hiromu and Speedball, and the 4-way women's matchup. And there was also good matches up and down the card, whether it was the tag team matchup, Catch 2-2 versus TMDK, which I thought was a real surprise of how good that was. I didn't think the Bullet Club versus the World match was as bad as everybody else did, but yeah, no bad matches on the card for me. So I gave it 7.5 out of 10, but nothing all that great to get it into the 8 stature. So 7.5 is where I'll max it at.
Absolutely not.
You look disgusted. J-News, what was your match of the night?
The women's 4-way match. The women's 4-way match gets the match of the night for me. So why is he? I don't understand. Why is Trey Jones taking a? I don't understand. I didn't call Trey directly a Mark-ass Buster. If you don't like David Finlay, why are you taking offense to me calling people who like David Finlay a Mark-ass Buster? If that doesn't even include you, I don't get it. I don't get the madness. Anyways, match of the night, women's 4-way MVP for me. As per, I'm with ALW. I'm with Julia here for her great work at the women's 4-way match. LVP, if I have to mention anybody, Scott D'Amore. I'm going to say it again. That pencil needs to be taken away from that man. Gato, where the hell were you? Where were you, Gato? What happened? What happened, man? You out here, you letting him bury the freaking talent after the freaking year we've had in New Japan? What the hell, man? What?
Are you done? Hell? Are you done now?
Jesus Christ.
Are you done now?
Jesus.
I'm going to go co-MVP, give it to Julia and Leo Rush. Leo Rush getting what he wanted. Got his shot at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, and Julia was an absolute star. She felt like the biggest superstar on this show, so I got to give them co-MVP. LVP, I'm going to give it to the DKC, looking like a chump out there in his multi-man matchup.
The DKC? You go, what? The DKC? Oh,
did I stutter?
Man. Oh, my God. I can't believe you right now, man. I can't believe you right now.
Did I stutter?
I can't believe you right now.
It's Cole. He's getting a Cole LVP.
Cole?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the DKC and New Japan overall, the LVPs of the show.
This man done shitted on the DKC. The DKC needs all the shit in the world right now because I don't know what the hell they do with that kid. But then he shits on the company that the man to his left has been the purveyor of for years because Scott D'Amore and Gato couldn't call it right down the middle. If you don't know this goddamn particular motion, then you ain't been watching wrestling long enough. But anyways, all I got to say.
ALW says, love the J-News heel turn. He says, heel J-News is amazing. He says, give heel J-News the screen. Let him rant. He says, give heel J-News the screen. Let him rant.
Safed has a point with the LVP PCO. Yeah, man. I can't give him any props for what he did that last night or the other night during the show. That to me is just like, I don't even know. But the DKC, man, and this man done said the DKC and New Japan in the same breath. Oh my God. Why? Why?
New Japan, they lost. You shed the light on me. You showed me the way.
I showed you the way.
They were losers. They lost. That's the LVP, least valuable player. You didn't need any of them. They lost. The DKC was the least valuable player of the world team. That's why he got LVP. And the least valuable player between New Japan and Impact on this night was New Japan.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, that brings us to a close on another review of a New Japan Pro Wrestling show with J-News, and it brings us to a close on Impact New Japan Multiverse United 2, For Whom the Bell Tolls. J-News, do you think that New Japan should have another one of these shows with Impact?
No. I'm gonna try to stay relatively calm with this. I don't think they should do any more joint venture shows. I want to see more of the New Japan, Noah, DDT, and NJPW shows. To be quite honest, if we're going to be doing those co-promotional shows, give me more of those shows. This Impact shit is for the birds. And that's all I gotta say about that. And mind you, I am not disrespecting Impact talent. But whatever this booking was, I never want to see it again a day in my life. Not another day in my life. I never want to see it again.
J-News, let the people know where they can follow you on social media, sir.
You can always find me on the Instagrams _JONJY. I always like to interact with the folks whenever I have the ability to get online, because nowadays work is just a travesty for me. But that's that. You can also find me from time to time on the Workhorse Wrestling Network YouTube channel. Thank you to ALW and Dolores for always having me on there. Always find me here on True Heel Heat, obviously talking this New Japan, loving the New Japan. I am the New Japan shill. Yes. Much like Sam Roberts is a WWE shill, I'm the New Japan shill.
You don't get paid though.
It doesn't matter if I don't get paid or not. I'm trying to put the freaking product back on the map, baby. This by the end of the day, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have another New Japan show in New York. We're gonna run into Obari-san. I'm gonna take that risk. I'm gonna pitch it to him, and I'm gonna tell him, yo, get Chris off the freaking internet. Get your good brother J-News on there. People will watch J-News, and the New Japan numbers will go up, guaranteed. That's all I got to say about
Guaranteed. We got Safed who says, how about Forbidden Door? I was like, yeah, you mentioned AJPW, Noah show. No. You ain't mentioned Forbidden Door.
The reason as to why I mentioned the co-promotional Japanese shows is because we get better booking on those shows.
Because y'all are the top dog there.
We get better booking in those shows.
Y'all were the top dog between you and Impact, but y'all let them walk all over you.
It's bullshit, man. Now, the Forbidden Door, obviously, I think Forbidden Door is 50-50 at the end of the day. I can take 50-50 booking. That's what 50-50 booking is freaking good. Not this forever 50-50 booking we get from the WWE. Give me 50-50. You know what I'm saying?
Give me the real 50-50. We got Frantic World that says this was a great review, and we also got Trey Jones who says J-News doing free work for New Japan is crazy. Yeah, you should not be doing free work.
I'm out here doing the Lord's work, man. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's all love. I have fun with this shit. At the end of the day, I don't have, like I said, I don't hate the talent on Impact. It's just that the brand has left a stain on me throughout the decades, and it just hasn't gone away, man. That stench has not gone away. So I can't let them off the hook when stuff like this happens, man. I just can't.
That is fair. Well, you will see him next time we review a New Japan show, which I believe is going to be Destruction at the end of September. So we got that to look forward to, where you can see me and J-News again. You can follow me on the Twitter machine or X machine at True Heel SP3. Follow the gang Facebook, X, Instagram or TikTok at True Heel Heat. That is TRU, no E, as well as the same at patreon.com/True Heel Heat. $3 a month gets you more exclusive content. Right now, we got the latest edition of review of Honor. We'll have more content. My Raw report will be up either later today or early tomorrow. So don't worry. That is for you guys. And of course, the True Heel Heat Prediction Championship, which your boy is back where he belongs at number one. Because I'm that damn
wasn't
good.
Romeo in here at some time earlier in the chat?
Good.
I
waved the white flag.
Oh yeah, I did. Last week I waved the white flag. I was like, yo, I'm taking a hit for the season, son. I can't. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to do the fucking reviews.
Anyway, yes, check out all the great content we got on the channel right now and we got coming up this week. It's a huge week for us at True Heel Heat. We'll be live on Friday for one of our biggest pay-per-view previews of the year for one of the biggest wrestling shows in history, AEW All in London. It will be myself. I will be joined by Joel Hobart of Wrestle Purist, as well as the great, the effervescent, the man of media and the man of cinema himself from Grapsity, Righteous Reg, will be joining us for our All-In preview this Friday. Join us 12:05 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be live tomorrow with Jimmy McElram for his final edition of AE Ramble, as we'll review tonight's Dynamite. Join us live for that tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. AE Ramble will have an announcement for this week's True Heel Heat guest for True Heel Heat 240, but check out our 6th anniversary episode of our flagship podcast, True Heel Heat 239, Arrested Development. You can also check us out tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Elite Heat, or watch along of AEW Dynamite Fighter Fest. You also got AEW Collision review from earlier this week with myself and Sober Guy JJ for Collision Discourse number 9, all in disguise, talking about this week's Collision. And like we said at the top of the show, for our members of the channel, you can join and become a member for just $1 a month. $1 a month, exclusive content. And this week we got our NJPW All-Star Junior Festival 2023 USA review with myself and J-News. That's going to be up in just a few short hours. But for J-News, it is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. This has been our Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Multiverse United 2, For Whom the Bell Tolls review. We are signing off until next time.